My name's Dr. Elyse and I'm a lecturer in the School of Health and Social Development.
And I'm Dr. Hayley McKenzie and I'm a lecturer in the School of Health and Social Development.
So my area of interest is in family health and wellbeing, and I have a particular interest in health and wellbeing of family members across their life course. So I've got a particular interest in young people and also the role of housing and how that shapes family health and wellbeing. In terms of how I got into this area, I actually did my own honours project at Deakin back in 2009, and I looked at a project that was exploring young adults' experiences of returning home to live with their parents. And so then I continued that project on looking at young adults and parents' experiences of returning home in a PhD. And so that's led to my interest in teaching in the family space.
I undertook honours at Deakin myself many years ago and looked at low-income single parents and their experiences, the welfare and child support system. And then I undertook a PhD, expanding on that topic even further. And so that's where my interest in families and health and wellbeing has come from.
I've supervised a few honours students before. So recently the projects involve young adults and housing and the role of housing in health. We've also got a couple of projects on the go at the moment that are looking at families' experiences of COVID. So one of those projects is looking at their use of spaces in their home and also neighbourhood. And then another project is looking at families' experiences of work-life balance in COVID. And I also supervise other students in other areas as well. So for example, had a student last year who was looking at older adults' experiences of ageing in place.
So past honours students have looked at research with families and social policy, so the welfare system and child support system. Past projects have also included low-income families and food choices. And then I've also got a body of research work looking at women's reproductive decision-making and the decision of when and when to start a family as well. I think it's really interesting seeing a student's growth over the year. So, you know, from that initial first meeting of perhaps being interested in a project to the final output of the thesis and perhaps the publication and presenting on the topic, and then all the skills that you learn along the way as well.
Yeah, I think seeing them become experts in their topic is really rewarding. And then obviously seeing that come through in their document, so their thesis, and then their final presentation as well. And then obviously getting feedback from other colleagues in our school, you know, other lecturers, academics and researchers, and the kick that the students get out of that is always really rewarding as a supervisor as well. Both Hayley and I have done honours at Deakin, and we can attest that it's a wonderful experience. So in terms of the skills, we would say probably time management, also project management skills, being able to be independent learners is really valuable as well. And then thinking about some of the qualitative skills that students develop in our projects, because we quite often use qualitative research. So looking at being able to interview, conduct a focus group and do some data analysis as well is pretty fundamental. And then obviously doing a project in the family space with us, they would develop knowledge of their particular topic and become experts in that area, but then also thinking about developing an understanding of some of those key family theories. So Hayley and I both work in the space of the ecological perspective, which takes a really broad look at the family and the range of influences that shape them. So students would develop that as well.
So Elyse and I have started a working group for research with families, and so along with colleagues in the School of Health and Social Development, we're really interested in getting a group of people together to look at the opportunities to further research in this area.
Our aim in our research group is obviously to start to explore some of the experiences of health and wellbeing in families and their members, because we've both recognised that family is a passion for us, and also recognising that we all have families. So any research that we conduct with families is always going to be relevant to us as a society, because families are a fundamental building block of our nation here in Australia and also worldwide. We believe that research in this area is going to be forever ongoing, and we think that there's great opportunities for students. So we'd love for students to come on board and contribute to this group in a really positive way, because students are great in terms of their enthusiasm and knowledge that they can bring to projects.